this is Paige Patterson with Lake Martin Voice Realty, and I love Lake Martin. I just want to encourage you, if you have been down in the dumps with the wintries, it is February. I was leaving my last showing of the day on an amazingly gorgeous, sunny February at Lake Martin, and I was like, I'm ready to see the signs of spring. This listing of mine is landscaped so beautifully. I remember last year trying to get this listing when all the daffodils were in bloom. So I'm pulling out of the driveway, and what do I see but the first little daffodil of the season. So whatever it is that's holding you back from getting after it, as we say in the business, chin up, buttercup. Spring is here.
Good afternoon, folks. Brian Dodson with Lake Martin Voice Realty here with one of our new favorite artists that we met probably a month and a half ago down here at Red Hill Gallery, Don Sawyer. Welcome, Don.
Thank you.
Good to have you and talk to you a little bit. I see that they're hanging a lot of your art behind us. I think you're going to be the featured artist this month. Just give us a little background of who Don Sawyer is and how you got into art, when you got into art, and some of your inspiration.
My inspiration comes from other artists, just like every artist does. That coupled with the grace of God. I was in real estate for many, many years. And in 1994, I contracted Guillain-Barré, a little known but very deadly paralysis. And I was paralyzed. So you can imagine a real estate broker being paralyzed. That's not good.
Right.
During the time that I was unable to walk, I picked up a book by and about Vincent van Gogh. And as I read that book, I realized, number one, he only painted for 10 years, which told me I could do that if I were willing to pay the prices, some of them that he paid, and learn as fast as he did. So I decided I wanted to become an artist, and that was 20 some odd years ago. And since then, been very blessed. I've sold around 9,000 paintings. Original paintings, have no idea how many prints we've sold. We've had probably 13 or 14 art galleries. Today, I'm president of the Red Hill Art Council. It's a new concept. It simply means that the artists involved in this gallery run it. We make the business decisions concerning this gallery. We have the best gallery director in Lauren Martirama that I've ever seen, and we're blessed with that. We literally tell Lauren what to do, if that's possible.
Right.
And those that know Lauren know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm the featured artist this month. I'm glad to be that. They're hanging my paintings now, but we do this for a different artist every month. And we have, and I'd love to name them all, but I'll forget somebody. We have 15 world-class artists in this gallery. Every one of them are professionals. Every one of them are commercial artists. They sell their art. They're full-time artists. Probably the only gallery I know of with that. On top of that, with our 15 artists, we carry a huge inventory. Most galleries, and I'm not saying we're that much better than anybody else, all galleries are good, and I would hope that everybody find the time to visit an art gallery today, because they're going away. There's just not many galleries anymore. This gallery has a relatively small number of artists compared to most galleries, and that's what we want. We want to be elite. We want to have very good art. It's all well priced, and every month we have an art reception party, and we feature one of the artists. This just happens to be my month. Right. Last month was Shelley Whitfield.
Well, I know we came down here for one of the showings, I guess a month and a half, 2 months ago, and where we met you. And you know, my wife's a danger to buy something in here, whether she should or not, I don't know. But anyway, we ended up picking up not only one, but two pieces of your art, which we love, and we've got our Don Sawyer wall now, and we can't wait to add to it. But it's just been an honor and a pleasure to meet you. with your Marine Corps insignia on your hat. Just my dad being a Marine and you being a Marine, I just felt like we kind of connected, and having your story that we talked about that night was just an awesome thing to hear. So if y'all haven't heard of Don Sawyer, if you haven't heard of Red Hill Gallery down here in Eclectic, the south end of the lake, I invite all the Love Lake Martin viewers to come down and check it out. Pick up your own Don Sawyer piece or other local artist piece. I don't think that it's something that you'll regret by any means. I by no means think I'm an art connoisseur, but I have been turned on a little bit to more to art just because Paige is so involved in it, and then meeting Don has kind of sparked my interest a little bit. So Don, thank you for taking the time to meet with us, and we look forward to more meetings in the future.
Great, thank you.
Hey guys, Trey with Crew Lending. I'm so excited about 2019 on Lake Martin. The values are strong. There's some really cool new construction projects going up, and interest rates are still low. Even though the Fed's gonna probably hike it on up 2 or 3 times this year, call me today. New listings are gonna come on the market in the spring coming up. Get positioned now to buy your lake home on Lake Martin. 5 to 10% gets you here. Call me today.
We love to paint, and
we love Lake Martin.
I've got Lauren here, the owner of Red Hill Gallery. Just Lauren, tell us about how you opened this spot. What was your,
That's a long story.
Okay, well, let's condense it.
Condense it. I've been in the art and frame business almost 30 years. I had the Kudzu Corner, which was the first Red Hill Gallery. Was out of Montgomery, like I said, for 30 years. And this building came up for sale. I'm lucky enough to live less than a mile from here. Awesome. So here we are. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, let's go inside and check it out and kind of give us a tour of the place and what we had to offer.
Sounds good. Basically, it's an art gallery. Right now we're featuring, as Don Sawyer talked about, the Art Council. All the artists in here now are all Alabama artists. They're all living, which is kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just glad to be up here.
So if I wanted to take a pottery class, what do I need to do?
Right now we're advertising on Facebook.
Okay.
We won't start class again until February.
Okay.
And it's basically, pottery's 4 or 5 classes per session.
Okay.
So D. Budlong, who is out of Grand Bay, Alabama, he's our pottery teacher.
Okay.
So, and we'll probably this year have guest teachers doing workshops.
Okay.
So
now, is it something that y'all have set times and that
we do?
Okay.
We do, yeah. It'll come up on Facebook. Generally, there are two classes a week for 2.5 weeks.
Okay.
So it's 6 classes total. Yeah.
So, along with art and we look at all the frames in the background. If I have a piece of art or a picture that needs framing, I can just bring that to you, and you can handle all our framing needs.
Framing, fortunately, is basically what keeps the door open.
I got you.
And Don, I heard Don mention there aren't many galleries anymore. Unfortunately, there aren't many frame shops anymore.
Right.
I mean, I think there were over 45,000 of us in the U.S. in business 15 years ago. There's less than 4,000.
Wow.
Yeah, so
and it's just like anything.
It's an art. To me, framing's an art. I'm very fortunate that I've had some good framers work with me over the years too.
Right.
And when I get real behind, they come up. So combined, we're over 60 years of experience. Yeah, yeah. So if you need anything framed up here, that's what we do.
And at the shows too, the last one time we were here, you did beer and wine. You had live music up on the stage.
We do beer and wine in the winter though. We won't have music because of the outsides. You never know. It could be 30 degrees out there.
I understand.
So,
well, just what a great shop. Thanks for showing us around. If y'all have not checked out Red Hill Gallery in Eclectic, south side of the lake, come by and see Lauren. Like his Facebook page on Facebook. Or you can give them a call.
Yeah, 334-918-0043. Yeah.
Thanks so much, Lauren. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Love Lake Martin, right?
That's right. And look forward to seeing you in the near future.
Sounds good.
If you have on your to-do list for 2019 to either sell your Lake Martin waterfront property or purchase a Lake Martin waterfront property, I don't blame you. But how do you choose a realtor? there's a pretty good chance you probably don't live here. So you can't go down the street, ask your neighbor who we should use. There's a pretty good chance that because we're not even allowed to put signage on probably half of the real estate at Lake Martin, that you see someone's sign consistently every time you come to the lake. Well, let me tell you about this new listing. This is a co-listing with a realtor friend of mine in Birmingham, John Riddle, with the Gusty Goulas Group at Brick Realty in Birmingham. So I sold Birmingham for 12 years before I moved here full-time 6 years ago. This is my 7th real estate selling season, and it is off to a bang. So for this client, we are putting her in both MLSs, Birmingham and Lake Martin. We're going to double her marketing exposure, and John and I are going to get to really promote this property all over the country. Y'all, Lake Martin's not just for the locals anymore. It is a international scene, and you want the best exposure for your house that you want to sell to bring top dollar, right? And if you are looking to buy, you understand that there's not very many houses to buy right now. So you want to get the realtor in the know. Check out PaigePatterson.com and always lovelakemartin.com. I tell you, 2019 is the best time to buy or sell at Lake Martin. I hope that you'll check us out and consider me as your realtor this year or beyond.
I'm Blake Dobbins. I'm the closing attorney with the Auburn and Lake Martin branches of Rely Title, and today I'm talking to you about cyber fraud, specifically wire fraud. So wire fraud especially is a huge issue in today's real estate world. The number one way you can protect yourself against wire fraud is to call and verify. Always call the party that you're supposed to be wiring to, talk to them on the phone, make sure they're the correct person, verify their wiring instructions before you send anything. It's a huge issue that is affecting millions of people over millions of dollars everywhere. Here at Rely, we have multi-step authentication measures that protect us against wire fraud. And at Rely, we have social engineering insurance, which most people don't have, and that's a huge plus for us. It protects us from things that most people can't be protected from. For more information, please contact us at rely.us.
I'm Linda.
And I'm Mike, and we love Lake Martin.
Welcome to Love Lake Martin. My name is Brian Dodson. I'm with Lake Martin Voice Realty. I wanted y'all to be the first people to see Talisi Cove. Talisi Cove is the newest Alabama Power lake town community developed by Harris Doyle out of Birmingham. It's going to be a great 54-home community with 40 waterfront lots and 14 off-water. This will be phase 1 here, and we just wanted the Love Lake Martin community to be the first to see it. We hope to be going vertical here soon, hopefully have your first homes available by early spring. I was talking to Trey a little bit, and we were talking about how convenient this is. And
Crazy
Trey,
convenient.
do you know where everything is right around here?
I don't know everything like you, BD, but you know, and I call him BD, by the way, Brian Dodson. It's just easier, it's quicker, and then we can get on with our conversation about what we're talking about. But you know, I mean, you got Harbor Docks right there.
I mean, you got Kalijah right there.
Spring House, right around the corner.
Goat Island right around the corner.
Cheeseburger Island, right there.
I have not been to Cheeseburger Island. You're gonna have to take me there. I hear that it's not real big, but you know, who doesn't want to go to Cheeseburger Island?
It's big enough for 2 boats, so we can do that.
Needless to say, I mean, you're right here in the mix of everything, south end of the lake.
Yep.
What better place to start your family vacations for 2019? Give myself a call at 205-616-7355. For your lending needs, call Trey Callaghan.
Hey, 5 or 10% down. Build your dream home right here at Talisi Cove. Be in the middle of everything and deal with this awesome guy, BD.
Thanks.
Hey guys, the sound is
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Go.
Action.
that was a little blah 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 blah.
Want to say a red light or anything?
Nope. No red light on this one.
All right.
From what everybody see, I'm going into something different.